Okay, it's gotten very mushy. Finally, okay. There, it got mushy. The salt went away, so it got very bland, very bland. And the taste, the salt dissolves and gets absorbed, so it gets very, very mushy, very, very bland, and it starts to disintegrate, so it just is a mess. Okay, we finished our sucker, and we have the sucker that dissolved in the water. It took quite a bit longer, but it has finally gotten there. The table and the sucker in your mouth with the saliva broke down faster. The saliva has enzymes in it, things to already help break down food, so instead of just water, it has chemicals and things to help break down the sucker faster. And I'm sure even without thinking about it, you move the sucker around in your mouth. So this one took not a whole lot longer, but it got there. Okay, they kept falling over, so they are now in a bowl. But we have the cracker that we used. This one's with the muscular action, and this is without. So oh my gosh. Okay, so we have our chart here. With the muscular action, didn't break down immediately, but after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, after moving it around every once in a while, it broke down into bigger chunks, into smaller chunks, had the little particles floating off of it, and started to become like very cloudy. And then you have the bag with no, and even still, I mean, it's almost completely intact still. It's starting to get a little flimsy, but really not that bad. This one's completely pretty much got tiny little pieces. So the vinegar was added to represent the acid in our stomach. We have the acidity. The one with muscular action broke down pretty much immediately, or with not a whole lot of action added to it. The bag that did better was the one with the muscular action, because it was able to absorb the vinegar, the stomach acid, and actually be able to start breaking down, and if it was being digested, start using the components to fuel the body. Okay, and then we are determining the length of the alimentary canal. So we have our strings, and let's get to more paper. So the mouth was 5 inches, esophagus 13, stomach 7 inches, small intestines 264, the large intestines was 66, the total was 355. We have our little chart. And okay, so we have our cup with 1 paper towel, and the amount of water left in there. Okay, so there is much less water in the one with 1 paper towel. And then you have the one with 3 paper towels. And once you pull those out, there's almost no water left. So even just being 3 paper towels, that holds a lot. Okay, so we have our mouth for teeth filled out, and all of that. So the lower jaw is called mandible, upper jaw, maxilla. How many central incisors do we have? We have 4 to cut or bite into the food. We have, how many lateral incisors do we have? We have 4. And the function for the lateral incisors is also to cut or bite into food. These ones. How many canines do we have? What is the function of the canines for? Used for tearing and ripping food. And that's the sharp ones. Are usually sharp until, like me, grind them down in your sleep. How many premolars do we have? What is the function of the premolars? 8. And to grind and break up the food. So they're the back ones. And I have had a lot of mine pulled. Don't eat a lot of sugar. And so I am missing a lot of mine. So I'm not able to break down the food as well as some other people might be able to. How many molars do we have? What is the function of the molars? We have 12 molars. Grind and crush food to make it easier to swallow. Those are the very, very back ones. And I do not have those. Why is it that only 28% of people have the normal set of teeth? Well, you get your wisdom teeth taken out. I got mine surgically removed, or they get pulled, or I've gotten multiple teeth taken out. I haven't gotten the replacement, the implants yet, or anything like that. So just empty space and hoping they don't move around more. What are the third molars called? The wisdom teeth, the way back ones. And why people get their third molars removed? From impaction, crowding, pain and swelling, get infections. And the gums, and it's the gingiva. And all right, so now we've completed all of our activities, or all our labs. And so what is the function of the digestive system? The function of the digestive system is to break down the food into smaller molecules so the body can break it, or the body can absorb it and use it for energy, growth, repair. Compare and contrast mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Both are forms of breaking down the food, but mechanical is the mastication, chewing, the stomach, small intestines, large intestines, rectum, anus. It's going to be more the chemicals, using the bile, using the stomach acid, all of that to break it down, use it where the body needs it. What is the pathway through the alimentary canal? The pathway through the alimentary canal is the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestines, large intestines. Oh, I accidentally read that wrong. So I started a new sentence with the chemical digestion is using the enzymes and all that. I flipped it around. So then the pathway in esophagus, stomach, small intestines, large intestines, rectum, and anus. Then we have nutrition, which is the study of food and how it affects the health and growth of the body. Nutrition and digestion are related because you can't have one without the other. They're interrelated. So the digestion breaks down the food into the nutrients, and then so the body can absorb it, use it. The nutrition is the process of obtaining and utilizing these nutrients for the energy, and the growth, repair. If you didn't have digestion, you wouldn't be able to have nutrition. So they are interconnected.